Ikenga Uruagu was heavily criticized for urging Anambra State Governor Charles Soludo to bomb Ihiala, accusing the area of harboring criminals and supporters of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the Biafra struggle. The Biafran Liberation Army, BLA, Enugu West Command, reaffirmed their loyalty to Mazi Ekpa, calling him their prime minister and praising his efforts in the Biafran cause. They accused the Osu vigilante group of tampering with symbolic objects believed to be tied to the pro-Biafran movement, removing a sacred tree allegedly planted by the Biafran Liberation Army. Ikenga Uruagu repeatedly called on Governor Charles Chukwuma Soludo to evacuate innocent people and bomb the hell out of Ihiala, claiming the area was being used as a safe haven for criminals and insurgents. He alleged that pro-Biafra fighters, including those loyal to Ekpa, were not only criminals but also responsible for violent attacks on security forces to provoke donations from sympathizers. Ikenga Uruagu expressed frustration that these fighters could cross state borders freely without security interference and accused local women in Anambra of aiding them with information and logistics. He claimed to have alerted various officials, including mayors and commissioners, about the imminent threat of attacks allegedly being planned by Ekpa's loyalists against Anambra State. Throughout his broadcast, he insisted that if Anambra State Governor Charles Soludo and Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma failed to act decisively, they should step aside and let others carry out military-style crackdowns. He condemned what he saw as emotional reactions from locals defending the Biafra agitators, and warned that continued support for them would result in devastating consequences. He concluded with a warning to Anambra residents and leaders to stop sympathizing with criminals, promising that anyone found aiding the fighters would face dire consequences. The past few weeks in southeastern Nigeria have been nothing short of turbulent, but the recent statement made by Ikenga Uruagu has sent shockwaves across Anambra State and beyond. What began as a fiery outburst during a social media broadcast has now evolved into a serious confrontation involving the Biafran Liberation Army, multiple vigilante groups, state authorities, and thousands of civilians who now find themselves caught between the anger of armed movements and the warnings of political actors. To understand what exactly happened, what is being said on both sides, and how the situation is escalating, we need to look at the full picture, starting with Ikenga Uruagu's initial remarks and the response it provoked. Ikenga Uruagu, a prominent social commentator known for his controversial takes on security matters in southeastern Nigeria, recently made an explosive statement calling on Anambra State Governor Charles Chukwuma Soludo to order military-style airstrikes on Ihiala, a densely populated area in Anambra State. According to Ikenga Uruagu, Ihiala had become a breeding ground for criminals, separatist fighters, and supporters of the Biafra struggle. In his view, the area harbored individuals sympathetic to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Ekpa, both of whom are regarded as leaders of the modern Biafra movement. What was particularly alarming about Ikenga Uruagu's broadcast was his repeated suggestion that the Nigerian military should not only enter Ihiala, but should also carry out an aerial bombing campaign after evacuating civilians. He said the region had become a sanctuary for insurgents and criminals who were working together under the guise of fighting for Biafra. He accused them of launching violent attacks against security personnel and infrastructure, specifically to draw attention from international bodies and to secure sympathy donations from supporters abroad. According to Ikenga Uruagu, the situation had deteriorated to the point that these fighters could move across state boundaries without any resistance from law enforcement, largely because they were being supported by locals. He particularly singled out women in the region, accusing them of feeding, sheltering, and supplying information to the fighters. For many people listening to his broadcast, Ikenga Uruagu's tone was unsettling. It wasn't just his call for military action that drew attention, it was his language, filled with anger and absolute condemnation for anyone remotely linked to the Biafra movement. His statement that Anambra State and Imo State governors, Charles Chukwuma Soludo and Hope Odidika Uzodinma, respectively, should step aside if they were not willing to take action, sparked instant reactions across political and civilian spaces. He went further to claim that he had informed certain mayors, commissioners and security officials about a series of violent attacks he believed were being planned by loyalists of Mazi Simon Njoku Ekpa. In his conclusion, he sent a warning to all residents in Anambra State, particularly those in Ihiala, saying that anyone caught aiding the fighters would face severe punishment. These statements were not ignored. Within hours of Ikenga Uruagu's broadcast, the Enugu West Command of the Biafran Liberation Army issued a strongly worded statement condemning him. The Biafran Liberation Army, which has long declared itself a military wing of the Biafran struggle, saw Ikenga Uruagu's comments as a direct threat not just to their fighters, but to the very heart of the Biafran dream. The Enugu West Command did not mince words. They called Ikenga Uruagu's broadcast a dangerous incitement to genocide and vowed that if any harm came to Ihiala or its residents, those responsible would be held accountable. The Biafran Liberation Army went on to reaffirm their loyalty to Mazi Simon Njoku Ekpa, whom they described not only as their commander, but as the Prime Minister of the Biafran government in exile. They said that Mazi Simon Njoku Ekpa had worked tirelessly to ensure the survival and future independence of the Biafran people. They accused Ikenga Uruagu of working as a mouthpiece for enemies of the Biafran struggle and condemned his attempts to brand all Biafra supporters as terrorists or criminals. They emphasized that Ihiala, contrary to the claims made by Ikenga Uruagu, was not a haven for criminals, but a community under pressure, dealing with years of insecurity and neglect by both the state and federal governments. One of the more emotional parts of the Biafran Liberation Army's response came when they accused a vigilante group known as the Osu Group of desecrating sacred symbols connected to the Biafran cause. According to the Enugu West Command, the Osu vigilante group, allegedly acting under the influence of Ikenga Uruagu or others like him, had recently removed a symbolic tree that had been planted years ago by the Biafran Liberation Army. This tree, according to them, was more than a plant. It was a spiritual symbol of endurance, hope, and unity for the Biafran struggle. Its removal, they claimed, was an attack on their identity, their beliefs, and their ongoing mission. What is emerging from this standoff is not merely a disagreement over security policy. It is a confrontation between two opposing views of what is happening in southeastern Nigeria and what should be done about it. Ikenga Uruagu represents a school of thought that believes security should come first at all costs, even if it means bombing communities suspected of harboring agitators. To him, the only way to restore peace in Anambra State is to eliminate what he calls the criminal networks hiding under the banner of Biafra. His repeated insistence that Governor Charles Chukwuma Soludo must act or step down reveals his deep frustration with what he sees as inaction from the political leadership of the state. On the other hand, the Biafran Liberation Army sees Ikenga Uruagu's remarks as part of a broader campaign to silence, intimidate, and destroy the Biafra movement. They argue that such views threaten not only the lives of innocent people in Ihiala, but also the entire legitimacy of the Biafran cause. To them, calling for airstrikes on any part of Anambra state is a betrayal of the Igbo people and an invitation for the kind of military brutality they have experienced in past decades. It is important to note that Ikenga Uruagu's comments have not been publicly endorsed by Governor Charles Chukwuma Soludo or Governor Hope Odidika Uzodinma. So far, there has been no indication that either state government is considering airstrikes or any other extreme military operation in Ihiala or elsewhere. However, the public silence or lack of immediate condemnation from top political leaders has also raised concerns among human rights advocates and civil society groups. The stakes could not be higher. Ihiala is a community of thousands of people, most of whom are ordinary civilians just trying to live their lives amid uncertainty and fear. If the words of Ikenga Uruagu are acted upon, even in part, the consequences could be disastrous, not just for those living in Ihiala, but for the entire southeastern region. Violence breeds more violence, and history has shown that once military actions begin, it becomes difficult to contain them or prevent collateral damage. What makes this situation even more delicate is the emotional investment many people have in the Biafra cause. For millions of people across southeastern Nigeria and in the diaspora, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Njoku Ekpa are not just political activists, they are symbols of resistance, pride, and self-determination. Attempts to vilify them or associate every act of violence with their names often provoke defensive reactions from communities that feel under siege. Ikenga Uruagu's statement accusing local women of aiding insurgents added another layer of tension. Many people took offense to that comment, seeing it as an unfair generalization that painted entire communities with one brush. Women in southeastern Nigeria have historically played vital roles in family life, community organization, and resistance movements. Suggesting that they are knowingly helping criminals not only disrespects their contributions, but also fuels suspicion and division. For the Biafran Liberation Army, the issue is not just about military threats or public condemnation. It is about survival and the preservation of a vision they believe in. The removal of the symbolic tree by the Osu vigilante group touched a nerve because, in their eyes, it represents the ongoing erasure of Biafran history and culture. To them, this is not just about strategy or politics, it is spiritual. The warning issued by the Enugu West Command was not vague. It was direct. They made it clear that anyone who threatens their people, their symbols, or their leadership will face a firm and immediate response. Whether this will lead to direct retaliation or another form of protest is unclear, but the atmosphere is charged, and the fear of escalation is growing. Civilians are now the most vulnerable group in this standoff. Many people in Ihiala and surrounding areas are already living in fear, and the thought of aerial bombings has only increased their anxiety. There are also growing concerns that innocent people could be rounded up, interrogated, or even harmed under the suspicion that they are aiding the Biafran Liberation Army or other separatist groups. In the days that followed Ikenga Uruagu's remarks, several advocacy groups began issuing statements calling for calm, dialogue, and restraint. They urged Governor Charles Chukwuma Soludo to publicly reject the call for airstrikes and instead invest in community dialogue, intelligence gathering, and social support to address the root causes of unrest. Religious leaders have also begun calling for fasting and prayers, warning that further violence would only tear the region apart. At the same time, pro-Biafra social media platforms have rallied in defense of Ihiala, posting messages of solidarity and defiance. Many of these posts call for peace, but they also carry a warning that the people will not stand by and watch their communities destroyed without resistance. What is happening now is a defining moment. The words of Ikenga Uruagu have opened a floodgate of responses, emotions, and political calculations. But behind the public statements and angry reactions are real human lives, families, children, elders, who want nothing more than to live in safety and dignity.
Airborne, 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 after rugged.
Silent.
This is Biafra Liberation Army, Enugu West Command. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, all greetings to Mazi Simon Ekpa, our Prime Minister. We greet you and we give you and we pray for more power and we start strong. All thanks to our DPM, Mrs. Ngozi Orabuezi. Ma, we say, may you live long to keep the work, the good works that you have been doing for Biafra people. We, the Biafra Liberation Army, we stand by you. We must achieve our freedom. We say man no day. We say man no day. We say man no day. Huh?
Some of the people where they want keep. And they give the work. Oh, go.
Go to what's the name? Ihiala. Tell the good people to vacate. Bomb the hell out of that place. It's not a difficult. It's not a rocket science. Bomb the hell out of that place. That's all. As a matter of fact, how much opportunity they will even attack me. Upon how much opportunity anywhere I am, they will even attack. Nnamdi Kanu is a criminal. Simon Obel is a criminal. And all of them who are parading as a freedom fighters, they are a bunch of criminals who are going about stealing, killing, and many innocent people in the name of fighting for Biafra. So I'm saying it here again, and Mona catch Ekube before catch Aputakwusi na gentle. They are cross packs to Anambra State, and I don't know. I don't even know how these people are moving without security. Stop. Akeka has to move from Imo State, but Anambra State. They can move from Anambra State back to Imo State without any confrontation from the government or from the security. I'm saying it, and I want it to be on record. These people are mobilizing to attack Anambra State. Anambra State. You will see. What they tried in Umunze, they know what happened to them. They try, they keep trying. They will see. We'll tell them we are on ground. Not this rubbish. The only thing Mama Robo why IAT way go to what's the name? Ihiala. Tell the good people to vacate. Bomb the hell out of that place. It's not a difficult. It's not a rocket science. Bomb the hell out of that place. That's all. That's all. That's how to do it. We can't keep romancing them. If you go there, evacuate the innocent people who are there, bomb the place. Let me see where the criminals will hide. But that's how to do it. Go there house to house, search. But on that the bad place, or Zobifi and Soludo, we are killing innocent people because our people, they are very emotional. Hey, Anambra State security, they are killing innocent people. We need to conduct house arrest. If you go there, enter there, bring out people, get to know where the remaining place, you bomb the place. It's government. You bomb it, you rebuild it, finish. Can you handle this also? I remember when actually bido bomb everywhere. All the same people bido bebe. Hope also the men can our people, men can they have to stop. So my anger, I don't say things without the evidence. Obrom puta come menka without no way a web time evidence. I get people gonna handle that thing to come and talk. Anambra State, it's not for criminals. Anambra State, if you come to Anambra State, we will kill you. It's very simple. As a criminal, if you enter Anambra State and you think we will allow you to destroy Anambra State, you will die. You will die in Anambra State. And we are begging our executive governor to go after them in Ihiala. And you know the right people to arrest. Arrest them. Arrest them. This nonsense will stop. These people are in their house. These people are reaching attacks from their house. They are sympathizers. They love crime. They strive by crime. It is their joy to see the army people die. It's their joy to see police die. Go after them. Go after them and stop romancing these people. Go after them. You go to their house. If you don't see, you bomb them. Finish. If the governor of Anambra State and the governor of Imo State, if they are not ready to do this job, they should stay aside. Let people that will do this job go in and do the job. But not they already. If fight these people, bomb the hell out of them in Ihiala, then we vote another person. The same thing goes to Hope Uzodimma. If I think he's about to finish. Open Hope Uzodimma is not ready to go after these people. Then whoever Hope Uzodimma bring as a successor, nobody will vote for the person. Go after them. Go after them. It will be a disgrace and a shame. Now, a hope we are not poor as the governor of Imo State, and where a criminal and we who are malafia yet a captain we are. It will be a dent now your political record. I am telling you, because I don't think no way criminal. I am born side in Anambra State. I go after you. Manabuza na got to miss your target. I got to get on until we get you. Odumodo bagisi get bagidi get him by the end of the day. Get him by the end of the day. Go after these people and bomb the hell out of them. It's even appalling that a whole government. I think somebody's mic is on. Okay, Nzovidi, your mic is on. Okay, it's very sad that a whole government of Imo State, not just government of Imo State. As a matter of fact, I sent message to my governor, to my mayors concerning the planning attack, because these people are mobilizing. They want to attack Anambra State. In fact, Ngozi Orabueze is seriously mobilizing to attack because their followers, they have refused to contribute. So they needed more attack on government. They needed more attack on security personnel. so that people can contribute money and give them, because that's how they do their fundraising. For their followers to contribute, they must see how many police or how many army personnel killed by these unknown gun people they are sponsoring. So their new plan is Anambra State. I've sent the message to the governor. I've sent the message to the mayors. I've sent the message, as a matter of fact, I've sent the message to the commissioner for information. So, and I want them to do something immediately. These people are seriously, threatening. When it comes to me, if I play the number of threats these people are sending to me, the messages, and some of the broadcasts they are making with my name, you will be shocked. But I am not moved. They can't scare me. They can't shut me up. They can't stop me. That's just the truth. So my anger is this: the relentless, like how reluctant our leaders used to, like, I don't even know how to put this. It's as if they are not even worried, or they believe, okay, let this thing happen first. Okay, if it happened, then before they will speak. I don't understand that strategy. I don't understand how that works. If somebody is planning to attack us, and the evidence is there, not that I'm just talking, I have the evidence, I have everything to prove that indeed these people are mobilizing to attack. And I want to send this message to all these ladies back in Anambra State, supporting these guys, giving them information where to stay and when to move and when not to move. I want you people to know that your days are numbered. If you keep supporting criminals, giving them information as a married woman, you are home with your own kids, with your husband, you will not want anything to happen to them, but you keep supporting criminals. You keep supporting criminals. You keep giving them information, believing that no one Onoga. And in Zobidi, I want to ask this idiot, and about Dinkema, that guy, onye Bekobo, onye Anambra State Kobo. In Zobidi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I don't know him. You cobble on Anambra, Dinkema,
okay, very good. This idiot about Dinkema. Emma, my anger, Bona, I can't do this alone. And I'm the risk they take to do this. But our people are not helping matter. Okay, for that guy, I'm about Dinkema. If for that stupid boy, if for that boy in a nanya there, I believe him until now. Now our people, man, this guy, just to watch it. If that guy costs go, nkede wutembo ibudo madi here. Onorone kwoko ne ekwe with full confident. Ikenga na ewusisi ndị ba Ikenga na one ekwe o adam afunu be modere vola. Nzobidi onye can do a last time know the way our people lie. Ejuan keleben suwe weta statistics. The I don't show no where tribe or ase kan Igbo. And ona twasian most of Igbo, not all the all of us. Ona twasian ona tia with full confidence. If ever this guy or the money who about me, you will think that this boy man anywhere. You will think that this guy afugo me anything. But Kerihebo, If ever somebody came my wife made you against Nnamdi Kanu. As a thunder wogi that your Nnamdi Kanu. Thunder wogi that Nnamdi Kanu. Are you not ashamed of yourself? You are defending a killer. Kill off his own people. And everyone a bubu. Monsters, criminals. Or the man we had no man go megor. Or the man go and investigate. I've told them, I'm not afraid of you people. I'm not begging you to Ikenga have ever joined you to do this. Come out, I challenge you to come out and say it. I'm not afraid of you people. You, Nnamdi Kanu, Simon, but all of you together. That thing, if it's in Ikenga, come out and say it. But you will hear this on the Nkema. You will sit to one place and be talking rubbish. Talking rubbish. Can only recruit to most of the criminals. Most of these criminals can only recruit up to the honorable on our coin. Anyway, I thought he's from Anambra State. That or the Nkema or what? And where on come. And all support Simon or support Nnamdi Kanu into a coin is a while or form why or so how for Nyankano water. Issue now my own way. O megide biaru ebe na teach nya lesson or I forget Nandria. I thank you all for your time. I think we have to stop here. I don't know you will we feel can we so if they like our governor, if there is any concern, he let them know. He let them know that you need them to fix this thing, or we give our vote to another person. It's very simple. I don't do politics of I will follow you forever. Can follow you if you are not ready to do what you're supposed to do. Then I will stop following you. After all, nobody is paying me. I do what I do for the benefit and the betterment of Anambra State, not for any, and the Igbo land in general. Not for any political party, not for any politician. So where any politician, be you who, be in any party or boneno, he will keep that today, he said, no, you people own me. Or where any party, when, or where any politician, when. And that's my stand.
This is the end of our news update. Please click the icon on the top right corner of your screen to watch my next video. You will enjoy it. I will see you again in my next update. Enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye for now.